All right. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to our podcast launch party. So we're excited that you're joining us because we're announcing the official launches of 5 new inspiring and informative podcasts that we believe can change your world. We and all of these amazing women here with us have been working with Brian Rose and Broadcast Yourself for the past 7 weeks to bring our passion projects to life. It has been a long and challenging road. Some of us have devoted to waking up at the early hours of the morning or staying up late nights to learn how to grow and shape these podcasts. But now we are ready and excited to share our knowledge with you. So we will be introducing ourselves, our podcasts and passions, and why you won't want to miss a single episode. And we're actually going to kick things off with Dr. Charlotte, who is live from Australia. So, Charlotte, tell us about...
Thank you, Christine and Toxil. I really appreciate it. My name's Charlotte de Courcey-Bayley. I'm in Sydney, Australia, as Toxil just mentioned. I'm the host of Mindset for Health, Tales of Extraordinary People. I want to thank the 5 wise women who are in the room with us today, and thank you for inviting me onto your event. I did a quick bit of maths, and I figure there's probably about 150 years of experience amongst this group, so they really are an incredible group, and I encourage any of the viewers to engage with all of the podcasts that you're about to hear about. Mindset for Health is a podcast about the power of a human decision and the incredible ability of the mind to take you on a journey through life, equipped with the skills that you need to tackle adversity and to cope with those challenges, the ones that you ask for and the ones that you don't ask for that come your way.
All of the podcasts that you're...
Over the last 30 years, I've worked in the health space. I've noticed that there are people who bounce back from adversity, and there are people who don't bounce back from adversity. We've learned over the last 5 to 8 years, as there's more and more scientific literature coming up, that mindset is a really important part of recovering from a setback. So my podcast is designed for people who have suffered a setback. It may be physical, it may be mental, it may be emotional, it may be financial. It doesn't really matter, but they've recognized that they're not getting back on track and they want to do something about that. So I'm going to interview people who have suffered a setback, people who have bounced back, many of whom have gone on to create something even bigger than they thought they could do, because a setback doesn't have to be a negative event. It doesn't feel great at the time, I get that, but it doesn't have to be a negative event. And in the long term, a lot of people come away from something like that stronger and bigger and better than they ever thought they would be. So we'll also be interviewing specialists and experts in the field of mindset and coaching. So you may not be somebody who's suffered a setback, but you feel a little stuck in your life and you want to move forward. And those coaching sessions that we have will be of benefit to you. I invite you to listen to my first episode, Mr. Eric Winters, who's written a wonderful book called Swipe Right on Your Best Self. If my message is resonating with you, and if you enjoy what you hear, I invite you to subscribe at mindsetforhealth.com.au so that you can receive upcoming notices of our weekly episodes and our weekly podcasts and news and resources that we offer. So thank you once again so much to the lovely ladies. I'll encourage you all to listen to their podcast. It might not be the right match for you at the time, but there may be a friend, a family member, a colleague who would really benefit from this news. So please do share our information and pass it along. Thank you, everybody, and back to you, Toxil and Christine.
Thank you, Dr. Charlotte. That was wonderful. And we're actually just going to continue moving along. Our next guest, Chrissy, will talk about herself and her podcast. So go ahead, take it away, Chrissy. Oh, there might be a little bit of a lag. She's in Costa Rica right now. So
there we go.
Yeah, there we go. All right, ready, Chrissy?
Okay, everybody. Yes. Hey, beautiful mamas out there, and other viewers if you aren't mamas, but you know someone who might be pregnant. I'm Chrissy Long, and my podcast is called Blissful. And it's designed for the pregnant mothers out there who may be feeling a little bit overwhelmed or confused or downright terrified about giving birth. So you've totally landed in the right place if that is you, because this podcast is here to really take you on a transformational journey from feeling fearful to feeling totally in your power when it comes to all things birth. And how do I know? Because I was in your shoes on stage. 11 years ago, I was so scared of natural birth, like even more than death itself. To me, natural birth conjured up all kinds of like barbaric, torturous sentiments and images and thoughts. And I was not going to be a martyr to that kind of pain. It's like, sorry, but not sorry. Hell to the no. I'm me and effortlessly, thank you very much. But then, as if by divine intervention, I did a complete 180 because I met a certain lady, a doula, and she just, turned my whole world upside down. And then not only did I survive this natural birthing gig, I absolutely thrived and I loved it. I'd never felt so alive, so euphoric, so ecstatic in my whole life. And this stuff was golden, absolutely golden, the stuff that miracles are made of. So I vowed to share this revelation from the rooftops ever since I had Luke 11 years ago, because I thought no woman should be cheated of this awe-inspiring birthright. Every birthing woman deserves to feel this level of bliss. And every baby wants to land earthside amongst an abundance of safety and love and peace. So I'm just here to say to you mamas out there, remember, you and your baby are in this together. You have been a symbiotic team for months now already, and you've got many magical years ahead of you. I promise to be here for you every single step of the way and cheerlead you on so that you can have the most blissful birth you could ever imagine. So don't be shy, grab a herbal tea, tune into my podcast, and join me and my wonderful guests to take you from a place of fear to a place of power, from a place of just survive to a place of absolutely thrive. So it's just called Blissful Birthing, and you can find me on the podcast there. And that's it.
Amazing. I look forward to hearing more. All right. So that was Chrissy Long. And now we're actually going to go with Ivana next. So get ready to hear about another amazing podcast. Hi, Ivana.
Hi, hello from London, everyone, and thank you for following us live today. So my name is Ivana Daniell. I am the founder and director of Ivana Daniell Body ID. What am I? I'm a body and posture expert. I am Italian born, but I have spent most of my life abroad, having lived and worked in Asia, Europe, and US. It was in Singapore where I started my career as a movement therapist in Singapore's main private hospital. But since 2011, I'm back in London where I run my own movement and posture clinic. So first of all, thank you, ladies, for organizing this today and for the special launch of our podcast. And a big thank you to the London Real Academy team. And to everyone out there, welcome to my podcast, A Manual for a Contemporary Body. So what is it? In my show, I wish to share with you my personal journey and my expertise on how to achieve a healthy, ageless, and confident body. My incredible guests will be experts in the fields of medical, wellness, healthcare, lifestyle, and will share precious information that will impact in a very positive way the relationship you have with your own body. So we're going to talk about posture, how to understand your body identity, how to find the most suited exercise program for your body type. We're going to talk about exercising in menopause and prenatal, postnatal, but most important, how to get that ageless body that we all aspire to have. So I am always proud to tell the world my age. Yes, I am in my 60s and really proud to say my age. What I have done, I just been really careful of the choices that I've done since I was in my 30s. So I really wish to share this journey with all of you. And what is a contemporary body, people ask me. A contemporary body is a body that has adapted to a technology-oriented and more sedentary lifestyle. So it's a body that has lost that organic connection with movement that we kept for thousands of years. Today, we need to move more, but in an intelligent way. So recognizing that we are all different and what is good for someone might not be good for you or for me is the most important thing. So in my podcast, I wish to inform people and teach them to make more intelligent and conscious choices, especially when concerning the body and the choices that we will make for the body. So remember, if you want to, you can change your body at any time, at any age. So stay tuned, and I hope to see you in my podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ivana. That was great. I look forward to listening to all of your podcasts. But yeah, wow. So we actually had some comments come in. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge them. So we have, and sorry if I pronounce your names wrong, Angelica Alea. Hello from Australia. Hello, Angelica.
Hello.
She's the only lunatic away.
Looking forward to more, which is amazing. Oh, well, we look forward to, seeing you as a listener. And we have from My Dance of Life and Energy. Hello, beautiful, and well, hello.
Hello.
All right, and last one for now, Wonder and Well-Being. Awesome messages and missions. Thank you so much. So much. We have so much amazing information to share. We hope you'll listen to all of us. These are all amazing. All right, so now to kick off with Dr. Laura, do you want to tell us about your podcast and yourself?
I would love to. Thank you all. I have a podcast that I've been pressured from the inside to launch. It's called Adjusting to Life, Babies and Pediatric Chiropractic. I originally wanted to talk about babies and body work, but no one knew what body work was. Babies really aren't perfect when they come out. They come out all twisted up, and I wanted to share the miracles that I've seen in my practice for the last 17 years. Having been a former pediatric ICU and neonatal ICU nurse, I saw firsthand in those ICU situations what would happen if just a tiny little touch were given to the C1 spinal nerves up at the top of the spine, and miracles would happen. Oxygenation would increase, babies would go home sooner with craniosacral therapy, and that's part of my background too. So my podcast is really all about supporting parents on that first journey of life through the first year. And I would love to help parents find resources, osteopaths, pediatric chiropractors, and craniosacral therapists who can help their infants straighten out after birth and be able to breastfeed better, be able to sleep better, digest better, have less gas. All of these things, including a more normal tone without arching, without preference on one side of a breast. There's so many things that can be helped by craniosacral therapy, pediatric chiropractic, and osteopathy. And I just want to get the word out because not many people know about it. And they would never think of bringing their baby to a chiropractor who is specially trained to work with infants. And so just to stop the suffering of millions of babies is my goal. I love babies, I love children, and I just want to increase the health of them in the world and give parents a break and help them find resources to get help. So you can find me on my Facebook page. It's just Laura Sheehan, DC, and I'll send you a free book about upper cervical care for infants if you write to me today on my website, laurasheehan.com. Or you can email me at sheehanchiropractic.com. My guests are osteopaths, craniosacral therapists, and parents who've actually had miracles happen or just had a good experience with craniosacral and pediatric chiropractic. So I'd like to thank everyone watching, and I look forward to interacting you and helping you change your world in some way. Many blessings to all, and take it away, Dr. Christine and Dr. Toxil. You guys are amazing, and I'm blessed to be a part of this group. And thank you to London Real and Brian Rose. And thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Laura. Amazing. And yeah, I think we're just going to take it away with Dr. Christine Anderson will be talking about the podcast since I've been doing all of the mediation. So take it away, Dr. Chris.
Well, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I think this is amazing. We're basically spanning the globe here with these wonderful wise women and all they have to offer from their experiences. And I cannot wait to listen to every single podcast. And I have already been on Chrissy Long's and Dr. Sheehan's podcast. So look for that there, because really this is all about helping people. And that's why we're doing this. Mm-hmm. I've been a chiropractor for 30 years. And
I've been one for about 4.
And, and now my lovely daughter, Dr. Toxil, is also a chiropractor following in my footsteps, which I love. So I am so happy to be able to do this podcast with her. And she is also training in pediatrics. So this is something that we feel really passionate about. Our podcast is called Your Baby's Brilliant Brain. And this is about how to optimize your baby's brain and neurologic development from conception through the first 3 years of life. First few years, right? Because think about it. If we can set that foundation for the baby in the very early years, this can help prevent or minimize issues that might occur later on. So I see a lot of kids with issues like autism, ADHD, failure to thrive, eating issues, colic, breastfeeding problems, problems with sleeping, digestion. I mean, you fill in the blank. I get everything come into my office. This isn't about back pain or neck pain, because people often think, why does a baby go into a chiropractor? That's, they're thinking about what adults are going in for. Well, what we're trying to do is help families grow up healthy from the start. And I say families because if a baby isn't having a great time of it, it is going to affect everybody in the family. Mm-hmm. So like Dr. Sheehan, we'll be talking about chiropractic, craniosacral, and the modalities that we use, but we're also interviewing midwives. We will be talking to obstetricians, pediatricians, specialties in their fields, neurologists, therapists, patients who have had experience not only with chiropractic and craniosacral in our offices, but also they may be working with children, as we've just had with our last interview with a patient and teacher and director who has that experience of not only being a patient in the office, but also seeing special needs kids and what she does. So there's going to be a variety of people that we talk to so that you can, from the start, look and see what you can do proactively. And we're hoping even from the conception phase, because that matters too. Anything you want to add, Dr. Toxil?
I think you covered everything perfectly. So
yeah. Your Baby's Brilliant Brain, we work together, but we actually practice separately. So you can find me at losangeles-chiropractor.com, and you can find her at toxilruckchiro.com. But you can find both of us on Your Baby's Brilliant Brain on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, you name it, we're out there, right? So if you search for that, you will find us, and we're already up on iTunes and Spotify. I think we've got 12 episodes up, so check it out. Thank you so much for joining us and being a part. of our launch for Your Baby's Brilliant Brain. And thank you to all the women who have joined us as well.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got a couple more I just want to acknowledge. So Alchemy Radiant Health. Really enjoyed watching you work with these little babies. Oh, wow. Personal message. Look at that, Dr. Laura.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you.
Yeah, amazing. And then we've got one from Christina. So inspiring. All these podcasts are creating real positive change that we need. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christina.
And then last from Angelica, great presentations and topics. Thank you so much. So many.
Thank you, Angelica.
Amazing.
Thank
And
you.
then last one from Marwin, amazing everyone. It's always good to have that positive reinforcement. So in closing, thank you so much, Dr. Charlotte, Chrissy, Ivana, Dr. Laura, Dr. Chris. Thank you so much for being
Toxil.
here. This was amazing. We've been privileged and honored to host the launch for your podcast. And thank you for the audience that could be live with us today. So for the audience, if you know anybody who couldn't join us live, don't worry. We will be posting links of the replay for you to share, along with links to all of the podcasts you've heard about today. So we look forward to you becoming a part of our podcast families. Give a listen, subscribe, share with friends or family. We love the support. We love the positive comments, and we basically appreciate anybody that is looking to enrich their minds, bodies, and spirits. So thank you, and I believe we're signing off. If everyone wants to give a little wave and a little goodbye. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.